Hi everyone, I'm Scott McClure, your host of Wheat Speak with West Bred Wheat. For today's segment, I'm again joined by wheat industry experts who will answer your audience-submitted questions. Today, we're going to talk about purchasing and planting certified seed to help maximize your yield and profit potential, and the risks that come with planting safe seed or bin-run seed. I'm joined today by Lance Embry, West Bred Regional Commercial Manager for the Southern Region.
Hi, Scott.
Also allow me to introduce Mark Lubers, West Bred Technical Product Manager for the Central Region.
Thanks, Scott.
Finally, Darwin Ediger, wheat grower and owner of Ediger Ag LLC in Meade, Kansas.
Hi, Scott.
Let's jump right in. Lance, what exactly are we talking about when we're referring to certified seed?
Well, the certification process involves the verification of the varietal identity and purity based on the description provided by the plant breeder. Everything is regulated at the state level. For Oklahoma, for example, there's the Oklahoma Crop Improvement Association, and there are standards set that must be met before that variety can be certified. For example, there's standards such as there has to be at least 98% pure seed, less than 2% inert matter, less than 0.1% weed seeds, less than 0.1% other crop seed, less than 2% other varieties. The germination has to be equal to or greater than 85%, and the test weight has to be equal to or greater than 56 pounds.
Darwin, anything to add from the seed supplier's perspective?
One of the things I point out is that all our production certified seed was out of plant parent seed stock, and all the fields have been inspected by trained inspectors. All the conditioning and handling systems have been inspected, and upon completion of the conditioning process, everyone must submit a sample to the laboratory to be inspected again for any inert matter. Bin-run seed is usually harvested by a farmer and put in a bin and planted that following fall without any of the safeguards that certified seed has. There's obvious costs of doing that, which is handling, storage, conditioning, and loss from screenings that they lose. But in addition to that, there's also other dangers maybe they don't understand. And one could be that untested bin-run seed could have noxious weeds in it, like bindweed, joint grass, or other things like that, and they could end up contaminating all your acres.
With certified seed, you know nearly every seed you put in the ground is a viable seed. You know that certified seed is going to be weed-free. And at the end of the day, you know your seed per pound count, so you can target that optimal seeding rate that was discussed in Wheat Speak episode number 2. When you do have saved seed, you only have a few options from your previous harvest. And personally, I always encourage growers to plant at least 2, preferably 3 varieties on their farms just to spread their risk out. A certified seed enables that flexibility.
Another thing that's overlooked when you use bin-run seed is that it's often an older variety, and newer varieties commonly have better yield and potential for better disease control.
Lance, what misconceptions do you hear about certified seed?
Well, I think the biggest, without a doubt, is that it's too expensive. I think they have to take into account what it's truly costing them to plant certified seed, and I think what they would actually see is the opposite, that it doesn't cost them anything, it actually makes them money. So then the other big misconception is the availability of certified seed. And I would say that in most situations, there's always adequate supply to be able to provide them with the genetics that they're interested in for the coming year.
And essentially, we ensure that we balance the right amount of production and the right amount of forecasted needs. We identify those shortages and work with those seed growers in other areas to just make sure that we have adequate supply across the company.
Darwin, anything to add?
There's only one advantage to bin-run seed, and that's cost. And on our farm, we believe it's not how much you save, but how much you take to the bank that counts.
You mentioned cost. Let's expand on that and talk about the profit potential of certified seed. Lance, how does certified seed yield?
There's university data out there that just on the forefront would say that you conservatively would get a 3 bushel per acre yield advantage for planting certified seed over bin-run. And to me, a lot of that just comes down with the genetic purity, the quality of cleaning, getting bigger, plumper seeds, a lower seeds per pound, better stand establishment, And talking to farmers that actually compare their certified seed to their non-certified seed feel like that they get a 3 to 5 bushel per acre response. So depending upon what the market price is, that's a substantial return on their investment.
Mark, do growers in your area seem confident about the profit potential certified seed provides?
They have more confidence that they're making the best of their other inputs by planting certified seed. They know they've taken that factor out of the equation, that it's going to be quality seed. So it just makes them more confident in their decision making throughout the rest of the season as they purchase those additional inputs.
Darwin, I understand you have a customer who became confident in certified seed the hard way.
I do have an experience from a grower this past year who saved his own seed. He's a good farmer and he had good bin run seed, and he hired a conditioner to come in and condition it for him. The next spring, he had quite a surprise when he found out that every field he had triticale growing in it too. That conditioner wasn't a certified conditioner, so that's one of the pitfalls of bin run seed. I think he'll be buying a lot more certified.
Mark, how can growers learn more and determine which varieties will work best on their farms?
The best answer is to do your research, work with your local seed supplier. They can talk you through which varieties work best in that area. Encourage you to talk with your agronomist. And this time of year, there's lots of wheat tours going on. So just make sure you attend one of those field days or those wheat tours and just ask questions about those varieties.
Lance, any other tools?
We do have the Westbred profitability calculator that farmers can access on our website, and allows them to plug in the cost and benefits as they would see them on their farm to calculate out the benefits of certified seed.
Any closing thoughts on certified seed?
I kind of look at it, certified seed as an insurance policy. It shows that you did due diligence to avoid any negligence in any way.
I would say that this year, if I was to give any advice to growers out there, I would be getting my certified seed booked early.
Thank you, gentlemen. And thank you to everyone for listening and for sending your questions. You can learn more about certified seed and submit questions for a future episode of Wheat Speak at westbred.com/WheatSpeakCertified. That concludes today's segment. I hope you found it interesting and useful, and I wish you a happy and successful growing season.